Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review, and next up is the Hasbro Marvel Legends series Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 Cosmo Build-A-Figure. This is Mantis. Mantis is cool. This is a great opportunity for people to get a Mantis figure because she was only previously available as a Build-A-Figure, of course, so this gives people a shot to be able to get her. But, I'm going to be honest with you guys, lots of disappointment here. Some good things, but lots of disappointment. First, the good. It's an all-new body. How awesome is that? Now the bad. She's basically the same thing as Nebula. She comes with no accessories, and this is again quite disappointing. That head sculpt is the exact same as the Build-A-Figure. They didn't even give us a new head sculpt. Now, the head sculpt is very good, so it's not. I don't know that they need to give us a new head. But a new head sculpt for a new figure for a new movie is always appreciated. Like, we should usually get that. Reuse in the body where you can. I always think like, hey, new head sculpts, that's like the way to say, hey, here's the new thing. This is the effort that we put into the figure. Unfortunately, this Mantis didn't get that. The digital face print this time around, it makes a huge difference because when this Mantis Build-A-Figure came out, that was when they were first introducing the photo real. So like the Gamora figure in that wave was really good. And then the Mantis unfortunately didn't really get that. But this new one does, and it's done really well. It really is. But it's the same head sculpt. And then the figure just gets the Nebula treatment, or Nebula gets the Mantis treatment, whichever way, it's the same body. And she has no accessories. The only thing she comes with is a Build-A-Figure piece for Cosmo, which she comes with the right back leg. Yeah, so there we go. So we'll put that in the pile with Cosmo. We get the movie logo there, Guardians logo up at the top. Side artwork, you can see. I'm just going in order. Drax, we're now on to Mantis. Next will be Nebula, Rocket, Adam Warlock, Kraglin. Nothing else really going on in the box, so we can get rid of that. Well, the artwork of Palm Clementif, if I'm pronouncing her name correctly. Probably not. Yeah, so here's the figure. Again, it's good, but there's some disappointment in there. And of course, big shout out and thank you to ToySnowman.com. They are the sponsor of this video. It looks like they are actually sold out of the full Guardians of the Galaxy wave now, but you could still pre-order the individual figures. But I think Star-Lord is actually in stock now. But my referral link is in the video description below. It gives you a 5% off coupon code in your Frost Rewards for all first-time buyers. So go check out ToySnowman.com. They're a Canadian-based retailer, and they do ship to the US free for all orders of over $100 as well. So check them out. Link in the video description below. Okay, so here's the up-close look at Mantis. Forgive me, guys, as I'm kind of trying to figure out with the new camera some of the best settings. I feel like the Drax video, I didn't really care for the way it looked, so I'm going to try to make some adjustments here in the Mantis video. But anyway, so here is the figure. Again, the figure is good. I love the body. I think it came out great, but again, Nebula uses the same exact body, which I'm 99% sure. I haven't opened Nebula, I guess, to find out, but again, finding out that this Mantis head sculpt is the exact same as the Build-A-Figure before, not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed, but again, it is a good figure, so I do want to show that. So a couple of changes with this with this head sculpt compared to the Build-A-Figure one. These little end pieces of her antenna, they're painted white. I'm not really sure why. The previous one did not have that painted. Yes, mine are a little bit warped. They didn't heat them up to try and get them back into regular position. That's just kind of how it came out of the package. But yeah, looking at it, again, looks really good. The digital face print, let me brighten up a little bit. The digital face print, really nice. Came out really good. I think that really looks like the actress much more than the previous one did. Not that the previous one was bad. It's just at the time, it was really good. But now, even better, because you could actually see the actress's likeness even more so. I mean, I really liked kind of the way they did the eyes with the black pupils not being as big. I think that was a subtle change that they kind of made to the character design. But anyway, I think it's really good. The hair, you can see, is more of a dark brown versus a black, and then it still has some green highlights. Not nearly as much, because it's really only there in the front. here in the front, but it's nowhere else on the figure, nowhere in the back or anything, whereas the previous Build-A-Figure definitely had a lot more. And then just quick side by side, you could see the height difference between the two. That's a huge difference, and again, I think that's going to be an issue because they use the same body for Mantis and Nebula, whereas you know, Nebula should be quite a bit taller, I would say, because of the actress. But anyway, there's the difference between the two. Yeah, huge difference. But the head sculpts, the new one, it looks so much better, like 100 times better. But it's the same. I would have liked new. But again, it's done really nice. Really like the way it looks. Focus. Looking at the Guardians of the Galaxy logo there in the front, looks good. The red paint seems to be really good. No issues on mine or anything like that. No paint chipping, no weird splotches or anything like that. Back of the figure really gets nothing, as you can see. We are pinless on here because this is an all new body. I was thinking, man, the hands are probably reused too, but the hands are different because you got glove texture there. So at least we get new hands. Yeah, there we go. Looks good. So let's go ahead and see how she moves around. Okay, so for Mantis's articulation, her head is on a disc hinge, but the hair really gets in the way. You can fold it over a little bit so she can look down somewhat. She's really not going to be able to look up because the way the hair is sculpted and drapes over her shoulders and back, it's just not going to happen. You get some twist going on in there, of course. Not really a whole lot of pivot, unfortunately. The shoulder you can get to go straight on out and slightly up, so that's not too shabby. Full rotation in that shoulder, as you can see there. You do get upper bicep swivel, so the benefit of the brand new body mold design that they have for female figures. So upper bicep swivel, always appreciated. We get a double jointed elbow, which is awesome, and it is pinless, so we get that much bend there at the elbow. Very pleased and happy with that. Wrists swivel, and they do hinge. They both have the standard horizontal hinge on both of those hands. We get the diaphragm cut because female figures still stick with the same points of articulation, so she could pivot to her left that much. She can pivot to her right that much. She can go back a little bit. Forward is more than most female figures, but still very lacking. Not a whole lot going on in there. And then, of course, you get the swivel at that diaphragm cut as well. This belt piece is a floating piece. Can't really move it down a whole lot because her hips do go a little bit wider. You can get the legs to go that far apart. She can kick forward only that far, so that is a bit of a disappointment as well. Leg doesn't really go back. You have an upper thigh cut in there. Pinless double jointed knee, which gives you that much bend at the knee, which is good, solid. You get a boot swivel right at the top of the boot there. Foot hinges all the way down with the wedged feet. A little bit of hinge up. Ankle pivot, peg holes at the bottom of the feet. So there is Mantis's articulation, and I think that works out pretty well. Okay, so here are the two Mantis figures side by side. Again, I like this look for Mantis more, but the team matching outfit is going to be really cool. Is she going to have kind of her standard uniform for other parts of the movie? I'm sure that's going to be the case. I don't really remember off the top of my head from the trailer. But, you know, it would have been cool to get something from like the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, because Mantis was a super badass in that. Would be cool to kind of get that design, but we do have this Mantis, and I'm happy with it. But now let's see how she looks with her teammates, Star-Lord and Drax. Okay, so there are the Guardians of the Galaxy together so far. So you can see here, Mantis is actually taller than Star-Lord, maybe even almost taller than Drax, which is definitely a problem. She should not be that tall. This figure definitely would have benefited from different legs from Nebula, or just make the figure shorter and maybe sacrifice Nebula. I don't know that either one of those is a good idea. Unique sculpts for each one would have been the better way to go, although I get it, right? They're the same suits, you know, I don't know. But Mantis is still a little bit of a disappointment. Same head sculpt, just reused, and then no accessories, and it's going to be the same as the Nebula figure. Now, what accessories could she have come with? I have no idea, but it's always nice to come with something, right? Better than nothing, just to build a figure piece. Again, so hopefully we can get more accessories with figures in the future, whereas we seem to be getting less and less accessories, and it's a disappointment. You know, Star-Lord comes with 2 blasters, Drax comes with 2 knives, Mantis comes with 2 nothing. So it's just kind of tough. But the figure is cool. The team is going to look awesome all together. I'm really, really excited. Once I have Rocket out, once I have Nebula out, to say here are our Guardians of the Galaxy for Volume 3, because the MCU figures, I love them. That's my thing. That's my jam, right? MCU stuff. But anyway, you guys let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of this Mantis figure? What do you think of the Guardians of the Galaxy wave so far, and are you looking forward to the movie? Let me know in the comments below. If you guys like this video, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Hit that join button to become a channel member and be a part of the MCU Collective. And as always, thank you for watching.